Mr. Depp, on December 18th, 2014, you sent this text to Ms. Heard, and I'm going to read it. And it says, "It's away. I've let it go. Went too far. We/I tend to do that. I always regret it when I jump, or worse, when you jump. I don't want to be conditioned to continue that behavior. Therefore, I'll put in heavy work with Shrank. I'm sorry for being less, for your disappointment in me, for my behavior. I'm a fucking savage. Gotta lose that. Gonna lose that. The devil is all around, right? I wish I were able to bring even just a glimmer of a smile to the pretty face of my most gorgeous of dreams and darkest nightmares. I love you far too much for you and I to be these heinous, slinging insults like we do/did. It is not anything that I am particularly proud of to have participated in, and I regret giving it life, because, motherfucker, how when we fight, little girl, how do we end up on the very edge of the precipice? And why? Wish I knew. Goddamn. And know that you are right. I am well aware that I should have been bigger than the moment, and that it will never again manifest in negative experiences. It can be done. What a killer concept to visualize. Wish you were in this lunatic's proximity. Be careful out there. I adore you." Did I read that right?
You did.
You can take that down, Michelle. If you could please pull up Exhibit 153. And Your Honor, we have a redacted version of this, but we'll put up the fully unredacted right now.
All right, just give counsel a moment to review.
Of course.
Your Honor, this has phone numbers in it, so.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Understood.
Just so you can see it first.
Okay.
Okay, could I have the photo? You don't take pictures of what's on their screens? I'm not. Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Depp, I'd like to turn your attention to the top 3 text messages on this page. These are text messages that you sent on January 17th, 2013. See that?
I'm sorry, I'm just reading the page.
Right. And the way these text messages are produced, sometimes there's big date skips and they're kind of jumbled in. So they're not all on the same chain.
No,
so
of course.
what I'm asking you about is just the top 3.
Certainly.
And those are texts that you wrote on January 17th, 2013, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, permission to publish just those top 3 texts with identifiers and the others redacted, and move for admission of that redacted exhibit.
As long as it's not this version, that's fine. The version
We'll put up on the screen what I propose to admit as an exhibit.
Let me see what you're going to put up on the screen
Okay.
first.
We have no objection to this version, Your Honor.
All right, we'll have it as redacted. Okay.
Michelle, can you blow up the text boxes, please? On January 17th, 2013, Mr. Depp, you texted the following: "For the idiot cow," 3 exclamation points. Next text: "Will do. I'll smack the ugly cunt around before I let her in. Don't worry." And apologies again to the court and the jury for this language. And then you close by saying, "Did that worthless hooker arrive?" Did I read that right?
You did, sir.
You can take that down, please. We talked a little bit about the term monster yesterday, correct?
Yes, I've heard that word quite a lot, yes.
Yeah, and you testified yesterday that you used that term to placate Amber, right? And I believe that you testified that it was the word that she clung to describe what was in her mind, not yours. I wrote down what you said. Do you remember giving that testimony?
The monster, more than anything, was Ms. Heard's way of referencing whether she perceived that I was on substances or taking substances. So the word monster became, it represented for her the consumption of alcohol or any other substances, whether it was actually happening or not, her perception. And so monster became her click word,
Right.
if you will.
But actually, the term monster to describe yourself came from you.
Well, initially, Ms. Heard, I believe she started out with demons. She started out with, saying that I had demons. And then when monster was put into a conversation, which, again, I have a particular way of using words, vocabulary in my vernacular. So monster was something that which she stuck with, tried and true. I mean, she just stayed with that.
Right, but
you'd have to
it
accept
came from you. The term
unless
came
you
from
wanted
you.
to argue.
The term came from you, didn't it?
It's very probable. It's possible. It's probable that I might have used that word. Certainly.
Right, and in 2012, in fact, Elton John was one of your friends who was trying to help you get sober, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you sent him a message in 2012 where you thanked him for his help, and you said, quote, "I would have been swallowed up by the monster were it not for you. That is a simple fact." Isn't
Yes.
that true?
Yes. Again, the monster referring to alcohol and substances.
Correct. And you didn't send that message to Miss Heard. You sent that to Elton John. "I would have been swallowed up by the monster were it not for you." Correct?
Elton
Can you pull up exhibit 408, please?
was a dear friend who has been sober for 40 years, 30 years. So he was. We'd had discussions, and he wanted me to get clean, sober. So Elton actually sent a fellow called Charlie Dunnett, who worked with Elton for years and years. And
Mr. Depp, I appreciate that. My only question was just to confirm that you had sent that message to Elton John, nothing else. Thank you.
So I'll just stop talking.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to be
Certainly,
respectful of the
not a
court's
problem,
time and
Mr.
the jury's time.
Sorry?
I just said I want to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time, and I trust that you do too. So,
Well, I don't feel that I'm wasting anyone's time, sir.
could you pull up exhibit 408, please?